Hello everybody. This is the newest wood carving I've done. I don't show them all, but this one I thought turned out fairly well. It's a mountain man with a fur hat carrying a fish. And see on the back the fur hat, it has a tail, so whatever kind of animal it is, it's there's the tail of the animal. That's supposed to be the fur. I was gonna carve a skull of a raccoon or something here, just, you know, like poke a couple holes in here and maybe a mouth, but I decided not to do that. The arms are I glued those on. Made out of English laurel wood. It's made out of this, exactly, English laurel. A while back I trimmed a bunch of limbs off of that English laurel tree over there, and there's an aeroplane passing by, and I decided, well, you know what, I might be able to carve some of this stuff. So I let it dry out a little bit, you know, so it's carves a little bit better, holds its shape, you know, the detail. And this is one of them. I've done like three or four of them so far out of this kind of wood. They're very narrow, as you can see, so what I've been doing is gluing on the arms, you know, like I'll plane a little bit with a, what do you call it, excuse me, anyway, I got it level, so I was able to cut out the arms, you know, make the shape I wanted, and then get it flat here and then on the arm, and then just glue it on. The other ones I used like a dowel, but I didn't need them for this one because I got it pretty well flat. So I thought it turned out pretty good. The face, I like the face, you know, the beard's not too long. It's got some nice wrinkles in there, crow's feet, and the eyes are almost kind of realistic too, sort of. So and in this one actually has sort of 2 feet there, where none of my other ones had feet. The robe was always covering it up. I was going to separate it here like underneath so he was wearing like pants, but I just thought it looked better this way, you know, with like a long robe underneath and then an overcoat robe over the top of that. The fish idea just kind of came out of me out of the blue. It could be a lantern. I could have put a lantern on there, or a cane, or a staff. The other hand, I was thinking about putting a frying pan in his hand there, you know, so he has something to cook his fish in. Then I thought, oh, you know, that might be just too busy for one carving to have all that going on. So I said, well, I'll just put a knife in there. I'll put a knife in his hand. So I had it cut out on the jigsaw, and then when I went to fine tune it with a what do you call it, chisel, I accidentally broke it off, which is okay by me, you know. That's good enough right there. So anyway, just a quick one. I know I said I wasn't going to post videos for a while, but it's not easy to stay away from something when you've been doing it for 20 years, you know, to just go cold turkey. It took me like 3 or 4 times to quit smoking cigarettes, so I imagine it'll take me about 3 or 4 or 5 attempts to leave YouTube before I maybe do. I don't know, I don't really want to, but if the lack of interest, you know, just went way downhill. You know, the numbers were at record low numbers, you know. Just one thing, it was embarrassing, you know, but another thing, it's just discouraging, you know, when you sing your heart out, nobody wants to. Well, I mean, my friends watch, you know, because we're friends, you know, friends I've been friends with a long time here on YouTube, and I've still been watching your videos, by the way. I just haven't been commenting. I just felt the need to get away, you know, for a while. I'm not going to be posting any songs for a while yet. There's like 6 or 7 of them that I really want to do. One original I want to do. I want to do a couple of spirituals. I want to do Wade in the Water and what's the other one? God, my memory's so bad. Another one. Then I want to do Worried Man Blues, but not the Worried Man Blues that Pete Seeger and the Weavers and the Brothers Four and everybody and their grandmother played. I saw a movie called 5 Grand, a Western, a violent Western, made in 2015. And at the very end, they sang the tune to Worried Man Blues. The chorus was the same, but they changed the lyrics, which I liked a lot, you know. Pretty violent. Well, I'll tell you, it doesn't really look, in the daylight it shows a lot of the imperfections, but overall, you know, I'm not trying to be a master wood carver or nothing. I just want to do it as a pastime. It's fun. It's another creative outlet. You know, but everything you do in life is going to be judged. That's just in our nature. It's the way the good Lord intended it. That's how we get better. But I'm at the point where, man, I just want to do it for fun. I don't want to be overjudged by anything. Like, where the heck are the fingers there, Dan? What is, that's not a hand, there's no fingers. You know, or the fish is, you know, it doesn't look like a real fish. I could spend more time on it, I guess, you know, I probably should, but I just do it as a pastime, and I enjoy doing it, you know. And I don't use machines. I use the jigsaw to cut out the arms, but all the rest of it was done with chisels and rasps and files, a Japanese Shinto rasp. I think I might have mentioned that on the other videos. That thing is a monster. I carved out all my banjo necks and that one guitar neck with a Japanese Shinto rasp. Thing's a monster. The Japanese really know cutlery. If you're ever in the market for a rasp, take a look at the Japanese Shinto rasp. It comes in a couple different sizes. It's only like $20, probably more than that. You know, everything's going up, of course. But yeah, and I bought some other rasp, more traditional rasp on Amazon. Package of 4, I think it was, for again about $15, and they work really well. So I was excited about this because gluing on the arms, it looks almost natural. I was worried it would look kind of dorky looking, clunky looking, you know, not very unnatural, but I was really pleased. And I didn't use any wood putty or filler to make it look natural. Obviously it could be better, but this opens up a whole new window of possibilities. I could have the arms straight out in another position, you know, maybe looking up with the arms straight out, like looking up into the sky.